Was there a countdown or what? All right, welcome people to the first review of the Premier League season. I'm back from holiday. Just got back last night. It's been a busy day today, but we're here to review. Sorry, it's a bit late. We know it's 4 days later, so don't judge it. But we're here to review Chelsea 2, Tottenham 2. Safe to say it was a crazy game. Crazy game. It was safe to say it was a roller coaster of emotions. Going 2-1 down, equalising late on. Safe to say that a lot of things happened in this game. So we're going to go through the game, and we're going to pick out the most controversial parts and discuss the game and discuss everyone's performances. Let's get into it. So, safe to say we played absolutely terrible, but I think maybe 2-3 years ago we lose that game 3-4-0.
I disagree with playing terrible. I thought the first half was really, really bad. But I think the second half it was mediocre. But I think maybe we didn't play well enough. But I think that actually comes down. I think that was more on Chelsea and not us, because I think Chelsea played very well. I think they tactically got the game spot on. They stopped us. I think
Chelsea played very well. To be fair, Chelsea played very well, but at the same time, we kind of let them have so much space. Especially in the first half. There could be so many acres of space you can count. So many acres of space that altogether you can count up of how much space Sterling had. Sterling in particular. Sterling and Cucurella down the left-hand side, especially because Emerson Royale and Sessegnon tried to play really hard the pitch, and Reece James, who was right wing back. Loftus-Cheek.
Loftus-Cheek was very good, man.
Yeah, he was. Loftus-Cheek and Cucurella just pushed our wing backs all the way back, and they first half I literally couldn't watch. And what's weird, first 5 minutes, I thought we started off pretty good. We started off the better team first 5 minutes, and then Chelsea came into the game, and we just had no answers really. And
I think as well, especially the goals were very. I feel that especially the first one. I feel we should stop that. I don't know, because it's more. It's zonal marking. It's more or less zonal marking gives you a risk, because I feel like Thomas Tuchel knew we were going to go zonal marking, so he used the strongest guy at the back, because everyone else they'd be marking people in the box. But if you have Koulibaly in the back, he's going to be unmarked, because in zonal marking you mark everyone in the middle. So I think he used that, but then it's still poor, because you have Son, who I do blame sort for this goal, not entirely, because Son tells Emerson you can see to take the other two. He's taking the other two, which leaves Koulibaly open, and Son doesn't tell. And then Emerson, he should still at least try to go for the ball when Koulibaly gets it, because he literally just stands there. He's basically ball watching, which was a very poor goal to concede. It's a brilliant finish, but when a man's that free in the box, it is a big problem. And I think the problem with me with the second goal, I feel like it was the formation. I think if we'd had those subs on, I think a minute earlier, we would have won that game.
Yeah, because
Perisic, because I think we would have been fine.
Yeah, because the thing is, Richarlison, he came on for Sessegnon, I think.
Yeah.
So pretty much that left wing back spot was just vanished, because to be honest, I think it's because Ben Davies, he's so used to playing left centre back. I think that's what it is. But even so, still a lot of space Reece James had. I can see why. Obviously, Richarlison coming on for Sessegnon, Davies having to switch to left wing back for a couple moments in the game. But the equaliser came from Højbjerg, which is a very, very good strike. But this is the first controversial point. Should the goal have stood?
Yeah, I do. I think it should have. I think Bentancur wins the ball. I think people are going to be It's bad. I think he wins the ball. Like, he touches it just. That's winning the ball. He won the ball. He got the touch.
How I see it, the first goal should stand, and the Kane goal shouldn't. That's how I see it. But
I have to agree. Yeah, Romero should have got a sent off.
I'm not complaining one bit, obviously. But but the equaliser.
And also, if you're gonna go on about the Richarlison Mendy thing, you can see on TV Mendy can see the shot because he moves out the way to see Højbjerg. I think you can see Højbjerg.
I think Richarlison's about to be blocking his view, innit?
But the thing is, Mendy doesn't complain, which makes me think he saw it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
If he generally didn't see it, he would have run up to the referee straight away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mendy was having a go at his players. When Højbjerg's shot went in, but I'm pretty certain. Like, I've watched it back quite a few times now. Like, I've seen the highlights time and time again, and Bentancur does just about win the ball. Like, Bias' side, Bentancur just about wins the ball, and I think the first goal should have stood. But this is the controversy. Romero, I love the guy, but my God, like, how did he not get sent off? I don't know.
I think I was listening to something and it said something. It wasn't actually about the referees. It's more about the rule where they don't see pulling hair or any judgment with hair as violent conduct to warrant a red card. Yeah, it's mad.
It should be.
To be honest, I think he should have got sent off, but it's Romero, isn't it? You just gotta love it. Yeah. He's that type of player. It's mad because I don't think he didn't get a yellow card, did he?
No, he didn't get booked.
It's mad.
He didn't get booked.
Anthony Taylor, for however the game went, I don't think he had a poor game. I just think in the key moments, he made poor decisions. I don't know. I don't know if he did. I think he let the game run.
He actually hates Chelsea so much.
But I feel, and I want to go on about. I think we'll go on about the managers later. I think Conte said enough.
I forgot about that. I completely forgot.
I think Conte should send it off, and I've said this myself. I don't think it should have happened.
Yeah,
because of the second goal. So we'll go on to that later. But I thought, I think beside from that, I think the performance was okay. I think it was mediocre, but I feel it shows we have a change. I think in the mentality.
Like I said right at the start, 3-4 years ago, we lose that game 3-4-0.
Yeah.
But the difference is, like, this Conte side has some sort of mentality that keeps us going until the last whistle. Like for example, last season, how many last-minute winners did we score? Like 2 late winners against Leicester.
I think we've got 5 now, isn't it? We've got 5 goals in 90-plus minutes, which is
against Watford. What else?
The Burnley game was, I think, if we had that 2 years before, even the season before, we would have drew or lost that game. Yeah,
exactly. Like, I think the main target for this season, because the thing is, like, I think what separates us from competing with City and Liverpool is that those two teams, like, they're more consistent at home against teams like Wolves, Southampton, like teams we lost to at home last year. But for some reason, like this season, I can see that changing. Like I can see us getting more wins consistently.
I mean, I know what you're saying about Liverpool because obviously the last 2 games, but I think they've had certain issues with injuries. I think I said this at the beginning of the season. We didn't really do the predictions. I'll do it in the end of August, but it hasn't changed my view. I think City will run away with the league this year. I think it will be like a 10-12 point difference. I don't think they've actually improved, but I just feel Liverpool weakened when we losing money.
Like the title,
I don't think there'll be a title race this year, but I think the top 4 race this year. I think if United, people are going to laugh at this. I think Casemiro United does change a lot. I don't think that in the top 4 race, but I feel like teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. I could put Man U in there if they change up. I think it'll be quite tight.
Arsenal beat this weekend, and United lose to Liverpool. Arsenal already 9 points in front.
Yeah, it's crazy.
7. So
then again, to be fair, you see Arsenal, we were 9 points ahead of them in August, and we only ended up being 1 point above.
Yeah, but that's Arsenal. Like, we're talking about United. Like, I mean, let's be real. Like, do you see United improving at the moment?
It depends how the window ends. Because they're gonna get Casemiro, right? I think the player wants to go. I feel that's a big boost. They've got one of the best DMs in the world, I feel. In Casemiro, he's 5-time Champions League winner. He's nowhere. I think you have that. I feel if they can get Ronaldo out the door, because I think for me he's a problem for them because of his attitude, and I don't think Ten Hag, if he wants to sort of foray Man U, he can't keep Ronaldo because if one thing goes wrong, he's just going to go whinge, and then because the players look up to him because of the status he has, they're going to obviously listen to him over the manager.
I mean, Casemiro's a top sign. Don't get me wrong; like he's still a very good player, but then again, Man United have still got idiots like Harry Maguire, David De Gea, Luke Shaw, and they've signed a 5'8" centre back for 56 million. So, like,
yeah, centre back that's my height,
and who is still a decent player. So
I think that defense. I said this last year. I think they need a defensive midfielder because the thing is, United need a goalkeeper, a defensive midfielder, and I think a striker.
Yeah,
because I think if you're planning to let Ronaldo leave, you can't rely on Anthony Martial.
Exactly, yeah.
He's proven in the past he is a good player, but he isn't consistent enough.
He really keeps thinking about Martial. Like Martial ain't going to get you Champions League. Arsenal have got Jesus, Spurs have got Kane, Chelsea have got Havertz, who is still better than Martial up top. So, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I just can't see United getting even top 5 with Martial up top the whole season. So, yeah. So they have to.
If they end up, the thing that makes this is going to be into a United review, but I feel if the most worrying thing I have is that they actually chose Adrien Rabiot over a 5-time Champions League winner.
No, yeah, that's
a defensive midfielder. Adrien Rabiot is so shit. Defenders fans hate him. Like, he's generally horrible, and I think his mum, you know, bad when your mum runs your contract wages, yeah. It's like, that's like that, like. Not being rude, but like if someone was to go ask him, "Oh yeah, are you able to pay that?" No, my mum said I have to get 200 grand. I can't leave. Like, it is so stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. Do you know what, though? I feel, for me, I think United. I feel Ten Hag is a good manager. They just need to give him time. I think he proved that at Ajax. I think if you give Ten Hag time,
Ten Hag one bit like he's working with that team. Like,
yeah, it's. And the thing is, the morale and stuff is fucked. The only thing I think can help him, I think that takeover may happen. I don't know the ins and outs in it, but I know Sir Jim Ratcliffe is very rich. He's like, I think he is the wealthiest man in England. So I feel if they get that takeover done, I think they'll be fine for the future. But for them now, I think this season is the transitional year.
It's a long process, so like.
But I think if they do get Casemiro and they get a striker, maybe good keeper, I think they will be in the top 4 battle. But I don't think they'll be how they were last year, because I think everyone else has improved so drastically. Not Chelsea, but I think Chelsea have dropped down, but they were still a very high level last year.
Yeah.
Which I don't expect to drop as much, but I just expect Tottenham and Arsenal to be a little bit more better.
Yeah, well, listen, like we're only 2 games in, but anyways, like so enough about United. So let's do the player ratings very quickly for that game. Fuck me, who was in goal? Lloris. Sorry. So Lloris. Lloris made one good save from Havertz in the first half. This is literally the save before the goal, wasn't it, from the corner?
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think he made any. Wait, did he make any saves? Like, I know Chelsea dominated.
I mean, yeah, he actually didn't make it. No, they had like 2 shots. They had literally 2 shots on target, and they scored both. Which I think for Chelsea is quite worrying, that they dominated that game and he had 2 shots on target. But
yeah, I mean, Sterling skied it like he always does from close range, and Havertz put one wide that was harder to miss, straight after our equaliser. I don't know how he missed that, but I mean, Lloris, I'm gonna have to say 7 out of 10. I can't remember any other saves he made apart from.
I mean, for the second goal, I heard people say it was his fault, and I don't agree with that, but I can see your thinking because he dives before Reece James hits the ball. It's like
he tries
to predict where he goes, but it's a bit too early. I don't think he would have saved that anyway, so I can't really remember. Yeah, but the Havertz save was world class. I think that goes right in the bottom corner. Although I've said in the past, I do think we need to replace Lloris. I think he's all right to have. I think if we want to go on and win a title, I think we need a goalkeeper better distribution. But I would 100% keep Lloris in the change room because as we've seen, I think obviously we had our documentary All or Nothing. I think it changed my mind on Lloris personally because I thought he was a bit of a weak link, but I feel now he's our best leader.
Watching that documentary changes your perspective on any player, though. Like, it changed my perspective with Serge Aurier, to be honest.
Yeah, it did on mine as well. I think especially I've seen it with the Arsenal one. I think Arsenal fans have seen this one recently, but I feel it changed your perspective on certain players that you thought didn't care, didn't have the talent. I feel Sergio Aurier was one that cared.
Yeah.
And I think Sissoko, it changed my mind on him as well. I think it changed my mind a little bit on Son. I thought the way he reacted to that red card, I didn't like it necessarily. I feel he is still a fantastic player. But I feel Son's attitude is a bit iffy. I think it changed my mind on Ali a lot as well.
I mean, it's not good. Like, did you see his performance in the first half on Sunday? Pissed me off.
I think we're going to Son when we do the player rounds because I've said stuff in the past I think that does contradict this performance.
Lloris out of 10. Move on to defenders.
All right, cool. So we'll start off with we'll go with Sessegnon first. I feel. I feel like the occasion was just too big for him.
He wasn't good, but to be honest, he weren't good. But to be fair, like there's not much he could have done.
Yeah, it's true.
Because their win back just pressed us real hard.
I feel he has potential, but I don't think he can start week in, week out in these type of games.
He did miss a good chance as well.
Yeah, I think Perisic's, should start. I think most games.
I think he should start against Wolves on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, listen, like I think Sessogn's getting better every game, but on Sunday he weren't good. Like, let's be real. So I'm gonna have to give him a. Oh God.
I'll give him personally. I think he was 2.5.
2.5.
He didn't do. I think he had some tackles.
I was going to say 5, but I was going to say
quite poor.
2.5.
I have to be harsh now. I'll give him 2.5.
All right, fine. 2.5. I'll say 5. Christian Romero next.
I actually
10.
thought people were going to laugh at me. 10. I think he was
10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I feel he was our best player. I think him and Højbjerg, were our two best players.
Yeah.
I think him especially was very forward in defence. And I see this as a thing. I think we're very lucky we didn't lose him, I think, for West Ham and City, because I think we can cope with him at Forest and Wolves. I think because...
Of course we can.
Maybe not. I think Forest is going to be a tough game because they're a newly promoted team and they've just got promoted. But...
Yeah, to be fair, I know they beat West Ham, but let's be real, Forest got lucky. Like, West Ham...
Lucky, but I feel...
Missed a penalty twice and had a disallowed goal. I don't know how Forest won that, to be honest.
No. In my personal opinion, I'd rather play Forest at home near the end of the season.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
I feel like in the beginning, they're going to be very pumped up. Obviously, you saw it with Norwich a couple of years ago, but they beat City in their first 7, I think. And they beat... and then you've got last year Brentford. Brentford started off really well. People don't remember.
Yeah.
Then they were like 4th in October.
Yeah, they were.
They were doing really well.
Yeah.
I thought Forest may have the same bounce on effect, but I don't expect it. I think they'll go down. But going off now in Forest, I think Christian Romero, I feel he's going to be a loss, obviously, but I think we can definitely cope with it. But I'll give him in this game an 8 because I thought he stamped his authority well. I feel maybe Dier didn't have the best of games. It did kind of save him a little bit.
Talking about but yeah, Romero gets an 8 out of 10. Like, he should have been sent off, but then again, second half especially, he did make some good slide challenges in the final third. So yeah, I give him an 8 as well, to be honest. Like, once again, like you said, our best player on that day. So Eric Dier, I think he was still good, just not as good as Romero.
I felt he had moments where he was a bit off it. I think if that Havertz goal goes in, I think it's his fault. Because I think he should be marking Havertz as his man.
Yeah.
But I feel Dier for me, I don't think he'll be as good as he was last season. And I think you've seen it in the first 2 games. He's not been incredibly great as much as he was last year.
Well, Dier was. What do you mean? Dier was sick against Southampton.
I think he was good against Southampton, but he wasn't as good as he was last year. I still think, especially with this Romero injury, we do need to sign another centre-back, because if we lose even Dier, like we saw last season, we lost Dier and it was a big loss.
Yeah, it was a big loss, yeah.
And I feel maybe it was because Romero was gone, but I feel that leadership Dier shows, I think, is quite big, even if he plays bad. So my iPad's on like 4%.
Right.
So get through this quickly. I think I'll give him the 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I was going to say 7. Ben Davies.
I think he got the assist with the goal, innit?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, to be fair. But then again, it's a pretty easy assist, though.
Do you know what I like to say, and I will say it in the preview tomorrow as well? I actually like how he's going forward a little bit more.
Yeah, Ben
Davies is digging long shots. He's not bad. Nope.
He has got a good passing in Ben Davies as well. So, I'll give him the same as Dier, 7 out of 10.
I'd probably agree with 7 out of 10 as well. Yeah.
Emerson Royale.
Not his best of games, but I don't think it was a horrible game. I feel
good defense. He was good defensively, and he made a really good change second half as well. Just stop
the goal for me just shows. It still shows he can't. I don't think he can start. I think if we've got other wing backs available, I'll be honest with you. I don't expect Spence to start this season.
He's gradually young. Like, he's only 22 years old. So
I still think McDoherty is probably better than Spence. I think for now. I don't think. Not Spence. I feel Emerson. Sorry.
Yeah, I was bad.
I think Matt Doherty has potential. I think in these type of games, Matt Doherty isn't the best defensively, but I feel attacking wise, he still was a fullback. I think his awareness in the box, and I feel his anticipation is quite good. Even though I do think we should have. I think we should take another right wing back personally, because I think we are still kind of light in that position.
Yeah,
I think for me, it's the worst on the pitch, I think, when you look at it all in all. But I think we need 2 more. I think a great midfielder, but I don't expect us really to sign anyone else.
Yeah. Yes, Emerson Royale, would you give him
Emerson is... I'm going to be harsh to give him 5.5. But he was all right.
I was going to say 7. Like, to be honest, I thought... Yes, yeah, to be fair, going forward, once again, he weren't good. But then again, like I said with Cecil, Chelsea win-backs just pressurised us a lot. So, and then again, he was good defensively. So,
but to be fair, it's a recurring problem with him, though. That's my only problem.
Yeah, true. But then again, defensively, he was sound. So I'm gonna have to give 7 as well. All right. So quickly, Bentancur, I thought he was pretty poor, to be honest.
To be honest, I feel that was more of a tactical thing, because I feel, and this is where I think we need to kind of get another midfielder, because I feel we don't actually have a plan B, because it showed on Sunday. When you block Bentancur off, because he progresses the ball so well, we have to unlock Son and Kane getting forward through Bentancur. And it very much showed in that first half, because Chelsea, what they did is that they went to a back 4 where they had 3 midfielders. So what they could do is that they could overload our midfield and stop Bentancur and Højbjerg linking up.
Yeah.
And passing forward, which was a big problem. And I do agree, Bentancur was very poor. But I feel Conte does need to push that great midfielder through the club, because if we don't, and I will say this now, come back to the end of the season, but I actually don't think we'll win a trophy if we don't get that great midfielder, because the best sides tactically have options. And I feel if we're going to compete against Manchester City and Liverpool, because let's be honest, they're going to be up there for the domestic trophies, especially Man City.
Yeah.
So I feel we need to get that plan B, because they've got quality and depth everywhere.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we bet 5 out of 10. I don't think it was good, to be honest.
I think I'd give him a 3 out of 10 personally.
Yeah. Right, Højbjerg, bit of an interesting one, because he scored, but I don't think he had a good game, to be honest.
I think he did. I thought he was all right. I think he was better than Bentancur.
He was better than Bentancur, but I thought first half, especially, he misplaced quite a few passes.
I agree with that. I think I'd give him for the goal, I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I was going to say 6 as well. All right, front 3. Son, I'm just going to get out of the way, 2 out of 10.
I agree. I think I'm going to give him a 1. I think he was really, really poor. To be honest, as well, in those first 5 minutes, like you said, we did have a lot of opportunities. Son fucks up the first one.
I know, yeah.
I think he plays the ball earlier.
Why just shoot, you know what I mean?
And mate, that game changes entirely because I think if Kudus scores that, we go 1-0 up. I think it depletes Chelsea's confidence. They don't necessarily dominate as much. Yeah. And then who knows?
All right.
I think
Kane. Other than the goal, he was pretty quiet, to be honest.
I think he should have scored just before. But we'll excuse him for that. I think to still score shows Kane's ability. I think in these two players, especially Son and Kane, the reason why they play, the reason especially why Son plays, because I don't think his performances have been great for the last season, to be honest. I think that's more what Conte tells him. But I feel Son has that nick to score consistently when he plays bad, and I do think that's a brilliant one. So I think for Kane, I'll give him 2 out of 10. Or 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10, and he scored.
4 out of 10, yeah, because he was poor. He was horrible, except from all of that.
I'm going to give him the same as Højbjerg, 6 out of 10, because both didn't have very good games, but both still got goals. So I'm going to give him the same as Højbjerg.
Right. I'll be honest with you, and people haven't talked about it, I think Kulusevski was as bad as Son.
We didn't really touch the ball, did he?
Yeah, but I feel he's at mistake. He gives away the ball for the second goal.
He did the ball for the James goal.
Which takes his thing down, because I feel you have to judge him on the goals. But yeah.
I'm going to give Chris 4, to be honest. 4.
Yeah. I'll give him 2.
Right, subs very quick. Perisic, great.
7.
Yeah, great cross for the goal.
We have to just base it off the cross, to be honest.
Yeah, Richarlison, I'm going to give 7 as well.
I mean, Richarlison definitely changed the game when he came on.
I thought his hold-up play was good at times as well. Who else is there? Basuma.
I can't really rate Basuma.
But Basuma give a 5.
For the celebration and how he acted before the goal, he gets a 7. Because of
that. Lucas Moura at right wing back, I can't say much either, to be honest.
Didn't he? No, he won the corner, I think.
Yeah, he won the corner, but yeah, that's it.
Let Davies heading it on, and then the other corner would.
All right. Yeah, that's all the subs. And lastly, Anthony Taylor. What would you give him?
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
I'll talk about Thomas Tuchel and Antonio Conte very quickly. I'm going to just say this quickly. I don't think Conte should have got sent off, but I very much like that from my manager that he's doing that, because if that was Nuno, just want to do an explanation. Second goal goes in.
He'd be striking.
He just does that. He doesn't try to fight him or anything. I love that from Conte. I like to see that, because I think we have it, especially in modern day. We see like the Klopp and Pep rivalry isn't nowhere compared to the other ones we've had.
What I love here, what I love, Tuchel's like 5 inches taller, and Conte's stopping his face like, yeah, what? Like he's stopping his face, like proper giving it. Like,
I think Conte's man will be reversed. I think he'd be on the touchline for Wolves, or he might not be.
No,
so we get to see Ryan Mason ball.
So like it doesn't really make a difference, but
yeah. Anyway, I think Thomas Tuchel should have got sent off for running off the touchline. I feel for the second goal. And you can clearly see they know, because I think the assistant literally says to him, "Don't do that."
Yeah, because he was on the card before the James goal, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I'm like, should have got one.
And he's right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the video, guys.
Yeah. Tomorrow is going to be a Wolves preview. Like, I'll be going to that as well. Actually, I'll compete for that. Match day vlog pending as well. Just very quick and big up the support on the Southampton one. I think that's got like 200 views.
So that's a most viewed video.
Yeah, for a long time. So yeah, big up for that. So tomorrow Wolves preview. Like I don't know what time, but yeah, we'll be tomorrow to discuss how shit Wolves have been so far, and yeah, hopefully we get the 3 points. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.